Let's talk about the games happened on Tuesday 20th. We have 5 games. The first game is the Utah Jazz beat Detroit. No surprise there. Lauri Markkanen continues to dominate. 38 points. I mean, Detroit is not the greatest team with 9 threes. Unbelievable. Jared Vanderbilt again started with Kessler. I guess it just so happened, they played the Cavaliers last game. They have two bigs. This game they had two bigs as well, Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren. So maybe that's why they started Kessler and Vanderbilt again. Both played really well. Kessler absolutely must roster, 9 rebounds and 2 blocks. And there'll be games he maybe plays 20. There'll be games, he struggles, but I think from this point forward he's gonna be just a must roster. Jared Vanderbilt, 18 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 steals, and also plays super well. The Jazz squad, I mean, there are a lot of great fantasy players this year. Jordan Clarkson, same thing, a must roster. And Mike Conley played just 26 minutes. He's too good to drop. He provides 7-8 assists. You're just not gonna get that on the waiver wire. They're playing for something this year. If they were like the 14th seed right now, I'd be more worried. They have something to play for. If Mike Conley is healthy, he's gonna play. Just 26 minutes, but I think it would get better. Malik Beasley, 25 minutes, could be a 3-point streamer when they have a back-to-back. For Detroit, Jaden Ivey finally has a good game. 30 points, 2 threes, shot the ball really well. Maybe that unlocks something moving forward. Kalen Hayes just the 26 minutes because they got to play Corey Joseph, they got to play Alec Burks, all those guards minutes. Had an okay game. I think he's still a must roster. Just 26 minutes. It's going to happen with, some of these guys. Jalen Duren, also, same thing, a must roster. Because Marvin Bagley, they tried starting Marvin Bagley. It's not working out. So now they're going back to starting Jalen Duren. The minutes is really good. Kessler is a way better option in category leagues because Kessler just gets way more blocks. Right? He doesn't get any blocks. Now, it's not any, but, he doesn't even get one a game. But the rebounding is really, really good. The field goal will be good, a little bit scoring. Isaiah Stewart missed all the threes. Also, Isaiah Stewart is kind of, he could provide good rebound as well, but ever since Jalen Duren started, his rebound has dipped. He adds a little bit blocks, but not huge. So right now, for sure, I prefer Jalen Duren over Isaiah Stewart. He could be a droppable player. Let's just see. Hold on to him for 1 or 2 weeks and see what happens. Bojan Bogdanovic, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 3 threes. Sure, he's putting up empty stat on this team. The next game, the Chicago Bulls beat the Miami Heat. They've been struggling pretty hard. Zach LaVine, came out and said, he's frustrated and stuff. So maybe they're just gonna blow it up. 21 points is decent for him, 7 assists. But that's usually the line he put up this year. Just give you around 20 points. Some threes a little bit. You don't really see big explosion games where he goes for 30, 35. You don't really see that happen a lot this year. Vucevic went off 29 points and 12 rebounds, good. DeMar DeRozan had a pretty DeMar DeRozan game. No defensive stats, but crazy good efficiency. 24 points with 5 rebounds and 5 assists. And Caruso, even though he only played 22, we still want to hold on to him. He had 3 steals here. This is not a bad line at all. Had 3 personal fouls. He could lead the league in steals, so just hold on to him. For the Miami Heat, Max Strus, 6 assists, 4 rebounds, 4 points. Sure, like if what's his name, Martin, the Martin brothers. What's his first name? Caleb Martin. Yeah, if Caleb Martin continues to be out, we could definitely stream Max Strus. Same thing with Jimmy Butler. This game, Oladipo, is that his first game this year? Played 34 minutes right away. Crazy. 2 steals. I don't think he's really fantasy relevant if all the guys are healthy. Duncan Robinson even played 36 minutes. Tyler Hero with everybody out played 42. 2 steals. The defensive stats are coming for Tyler Hero this year, so continues to be really good. In fantasy, at least, they're banned 27, 12, and 6. But no defensive stats. And Jimmy Butler just gets, this is what you get drafting this guy. Just going to be out so many games. Let's go to the next game. This one is a little bit crazy. The Knicks lost The Knicks beat the Warriors by almost 40 points, 94-132. No Clay, sorry, no. They do have a back-to-back today, so the Steve Kerr just waved the white flag early in the fourth. I mean, they were down 20 points. They weren't gonna come back. Their defense just been horrible on the road this year. Draymond Green had an okay game. There's a couple guys you could stream with the Wiggins out, like Kuminga, Moody. Also, Dante DiVincenzo was also out. Dante DiVincenzo is a pickup with Steph Curry out for the near future. But in the short term, like Kuminga, Moody could be a good pickup before the back-to-back started because they played the Nets tonight again. But nobody had a good game other than Jordan Poole, went 8 for 9 from the free throw line, 26 points, but he was a minus 27. Clay, with everybody out, couldn't get anything going, 11 points. Just a bad game all around for the Warriors. And for the Knicks, RJ still inefficient, 8 for 19, brute for his way to 18 points. Randall, 15-12, not the best efficient night. I mean, the Knicks bench played really well, I think. Emmanuel quickly came in, hit 5 for 6. Quentin Grimes is not on the bench, but he shot the three really, really well. So it's Quentin Grimes, Emmanuel quickly, Quentin Grimes is a plus 33. They got to give him more minutes. I think they figured it out. Don't play Emmanuel quickly. Don't play Cam Reddish. Give this guy 30 minutes and, playing the role really, really well. Shoot threes and play defense. Mitchell Robinson also had 3 steals. Surprisingly, no blocks, but 3 steals, 11 rebounds. Really good stuff. But, Emmanuel, even though he had a good game, I don't think we need to worry about him too much. Too inconsistent. Minutes is too inconsistent. The next game, the Wizards finally able to win a game. Wow, they lost 10 straight. My God. 113, 110. That's not easy to do, even though Devin Booker is out, to have a win at Phoenix. That's a huge win, I think. Danny Edvia, the minutes is there. 10 rebounds. I think we've been getting hurt too many times. This line looks really pretty. Like, he could do everything. The next game he plays 22 minutes, it does nothing. But for sure, he's a stream option. And this game with Porzingis out, Daniel Gafford, if you want blocks and rebounds and some field goal, Daniel Gafford can get you those. No blocks here, 9 rebounds, 5 for 6. Kyle Kuzma had 29 points, 5 threes, really good. Bradley Beal, from the plus and minus, he really carried. They won by 3, and Bradley Beal was a plus 25. Wow. Will Barton is a minus 23. It's just one game, but that tells you something. Beal, he's been good this year compared to last year for sure. Beal is, he's been in and out of the lineup a lot. He's the 38th ranked player. Okay. So not, my expectation for Beal is, getting inside the top 25. One big issue is that he's not hitting threes at all, 1.6 threes. But super efficient this year. But also turning the ball over at a pretty big clip. A good game, 27, 6 assists is good for the Suns. CP3 had a double-double with 2 steals. Decent, even though he struggled a little bit from the field. DeAndre Ayton has been dominating. Maybe somewhere there was a switch. 30 points and 13 rebounds. But in fantasy, his efficiency is super, super good. But I just want to see him getting a little bit more defensive stats. A little bit more blocks would be great. But he's doing well lately. Can't complain too much. Mikal Bridges, no defensive stats, and Torrey Craig, no defensive stats. The line looked okay from both guys, and Torrey Craig is a streaming option. The next game is the last game of the night. Is the Grizzlies lost to the Denver Nuggets. Jerry Jackson Jr. had 5 fouls. Dylan Brooks also had 5 in 22 minutes. Not even. He had 3 steals and 5 blocks. This man in fantasy, in category leagues, he's just too good. He's a beast. And then you look at Ja Morant. 35 and 10 is really, really good. 3 threes, but no defensive stats, 7 turnovers. In fantasy, this is still good. But just wish Ja Morant can get more defensive stats and can get to the free throw line. Well, he did get there 10 times. Steven Adams with 10 rebounds and a steal. Dylan Brooks also had 5 fouls. He just needs to shoot a little bit less. That will be great. Tyus Jones. Did John Conchar left the game early? Tyus Jones could be a streaming option if he gets consistent 30 minutes. Had 5 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds here. But yeah, when is our friend Desmond Bain gonna be back? Like he's been out for like a month now. The Grizzlies, I mean, they're still okay without him. Wow, I take that back. They're the number 1 seed right now. Denver Nuggets is the number 2 seed, so they're more than okay. But yeah, he's been out for a while. We look at Denver Nuggets. They started Bruce Brown and Christian Brown, and Michael Porter Jr. is still out. Jamal Murray was out this game. Sure, Bruce Brown is a must stream, right, with all the guys out. Did not disappoint. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists with two blocks and a 3 is pretty good. KCP with 7 rebounds, a steal, and 12 points. Like, yeah, if you need threes and steals and you need someone who's not going to hurt your field goal, KCP is the guy. Jokic had a triple-double, kind of, compared to the crazy numbers he put up last game. He kind of took a step back. Had a 13, 13, 13. You don't see that very often. You don't see that very often. And Aaron Gordon, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals and a block, and a 3. Aaron Gordon this year, under the radar, he's been under the radar, but he's been playing really well. He still has his efficiency issues, but the counting numbers is pretty solid. He's a 63rd ranked player. That's probably his best fantasy year. He's shooting 60% steal. Unbelievable efficiency year from him. Shooting 66% from the free throw line. If he was shooting 75%, I mean, he would be inside that top 50, which I don't think he has ever done in his career. That's it, guys. I'll see you next time.